Motors pregame show. Mackey Motors in Lake City, recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 15 years running. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City, or check them out online as well at MackeyMotors.com. Jeff Blankman with you here as we come to you live from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. We're out here at Kuemper Catholic, the gymnasium here tonight for high school volleyball late afternoon action for you. We've got Casey Miners over here to my left. He is running our video production, so you can watch and listen to this Kuemper Red Oak matchup coming up here on our YouTube channel. So go to YouTube, search CB Sports Network, and you can watch and listen to the night's volleyball here tonight. Again, they're hosting a triangular. They've got St. Albert also coming to town. St. Albert will play Red Oak after this one, and then it'll be Kuemper against St. Albert in that final match of the night. We're only broadcasting this first one for you here tonight. Night coming into this just absolutely on a roll right now. They're ranked number 6 in the latest rankings in Class 2A. They've won 11 straight. They're 17-3 on the season, 3-0 right now in the Hawkeye 10 Conference, and that puts them in second place. They're a half game behind Lewis Central, who has one more win and is also undefeated in the conference as well. Red Oak comes into this one. You look at the record, you're going to be deceived a little bit. They're 7-7 overall, 1-1 right now in the Hawkeye 10. They're currently in 4th place in the league. They're 2-3 over their last 5 games, but they've played some really stiff competition. Took on Gretna East out in Nebraska. That team is loaded. They've lost to Glenwood, probably the one disappointing loss for them. First time they've lost to Stanton in about 11 or 12 years from what I understand. But they did drop a game in the tournament to Stanton here about a week ago. So they're disappointed, but I was down talking with head coach Angie Montgomery before the game here tonight, and she told me they like playing that competition. Their girls can mentally handle playing really good competition. She says they understand that they may not have a sterling record early, but it's going to make them better. They're going to find out the things that they need to work on, and then they're going to get better at those as this season goes on. This has been a really fun rivalry over the years. Kuemper's really kind of dominated it here as of late and stuff. I think they're 11-2 in their last 13 matches against Red Oak. But these teams have met at the state semifinals before. There's been times early in the year, which is what they're meeting again this year, where they played that first Hawkeye 10 conference of the matchup of the year, and sometimes the winner of that one would go on to win the conference championship. And even though Kuemper wins several of those 3-0, I was just talking, as I said, with Coach Montgomery, a lot of those wins are 25-22, 25-21, so they're really good sets, and I'm anticipating a very good matchup coming up here tonight. We'll step away, we'll take a break, we'll be back with more of our Mackey Motors pregame show. We're back in 1 minute right here on Kick 106.7.
Motor Inn of Carroll is your hometown team for all of your sales, service, parts, and collision needs all season long. From the helpful sales staff to the area's best service department, Motor Inn of Carroll has the expertise that you need to stay on the road and keep that auto investment looking good. From work to play, they have it all. Good luck to all the area teams from Motor Inn of Carroll.
Classes as a freshman here, it gets him more prepared and gets them the transition from high school to college is very nice to have that.
Smaller campus, so it's a lot easier to know where you're going. It's hard to get lost here, and there's always a smiling face to help you if you don't know where you're going.
It's really nice to be able to get college credits to maybe go further degree or just use your auto program to go into the workforce right away.
Mackey Motors pregame show. Again, Mackey Motors at Lake City, recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 15 years running. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City, or check them out online at MackeyMotors.com. Jeff Blankman, along with Miners again running our video tonight. We've got Nathan Durner back in the studio. He's going to be monitoring both of our volleyball matches tonight. This one, and then of course we've got Audubon hosting Missouri Valley with Casey Miners coming up tonight. That'll be on 93.7 KKRL, and that varsity matchup should get underway sometime between 7 o'clock and 7:30. I kind of mentioned these two teams really pretty even. If you look at just the numbers, and that's what we're going to do here for a second. I'm not always a numbers guy, but just talking about how similar these two teams are so far this year. Both teams average 21.4 assists per set. Right now, the Red Oak is leading kills per set at 23.2, while Kuemper is at 22.7. You look at kill attempts. Kuemper's got about 100 kill attempts lead, but they've played 4 games. Kill attempts per set. You've got kill efficiency, I should say. You've got Red Oak at 203. Kuemper right now at 259. Probably the biggest difference so far this year is in blocking. Kuemper blocks extremely well. They're a dominant blocking ball club, while Red Oak, not a team that relies on blocking. They're kind of that defensive back row team that just want to keep the ball alive and kind of make it miserable by letting you go up and hit it really hard and not having it end up being a kill for you, which can really frustrate hitters. But Kuemper probably got the advantage in service this year. I really like the way they're serving here earlier this year, and then throughout this season, they've averaged 7 serve aces per set, while Red Oak coming in at 4.3. Serve efficiency, though, Red Oak at 92.8. Kuemper, that more aggressive service team, and they're at 89.8. Percent, Kuemper at 24.1. Red Oak, mentioned, they're one of those teams that really plays the back wall very well at 32.7. Digs percent coming into tonight's matchup. So again, as I mentioned, a lot of these numbers really pretty similar. I think the thing that sets Kuemper apart right now, just so many different hitters that they've got that can go up and create problems for teams at the net. This team absolutely loaded, and one player that's taken her game to a complete another level this year is Brianna Whitrock. She's not their leading hitter, comes in at 62 kills, but she leads this team in blocks. She's one of the better back row players for them, one of the better servers for them. Brianna Whitrock, a sophomore, has really taken her game to another level. But the balance at top, Peter with 101 kills, Franny Glenn 96, Aubrey Houghton, who had a really good tournament up at Rockwell City this past weekend, finishes right now with 86, and Lauren Bell with 73, and then you've got Brianna Whitrock with 62 kills so far on the year. So just the depth at the net right now. They do use a 6-2 system again. Tiefenthaler right now and Carson Overmall are those two setters. Tiefenthaler with the lead right now, 225 assists on the year to 190 for Overmall. Now, Kuemper good in the serve receive. If you can't win serve receive, you're going to struggle to win matches. And Kuemper has been winning serve receive more than they've been losing it all season long. I thought against Dike New Hartford, they struggled a little bit with that. I thought when things got away from them against Nevada, I thought maybe that they'd struggle a little bit with the serve receive. I think it's gotten much better since then, as we anticipated that it would. You've got an outstanding libero. I think an all-state quality libero in Kaylee Simons. Was talking with Coach Wintermote and assistant coach Lonnie Miller before the match tonight, and they kind of mentioned that, you know, they think what it is, Kaylee has grown up and having the ball hit at her so hard that the hard balls are not a problem for her. The ones that sometimes catch her off guard is when people don't send something at her, you know, rocketing at her, and sometimes that can maybe catch her just a little bit off guard, but she's really good back there. We mentioned how Brianna Whitrock is playing all the way around this year as well. She's had a fantastic start to the season. Tiefenthaler as a setter really played a very nice back row as well. Brooke Roy had a really good season last year and is playing very solid again for the Knights this year in that back row. And Carson Overmall, their other setter as well, doing a nice job when she has to rotate around. Franny Glenn, Peter, very capable in that back row, as is Aubrey Houghton if they have to play back there. And then we mentioned the serving right now. 139 aces so far through their 20 matches on the season. Brianna Whitrock right now with 32 aces. Elsa Tiefenthaler with 25. You got Franny Glenn with 24. Kaylee Simons starting to come on with her serve a little bit. She's 18 on the year. And then you get down to Casey Peter with 13 and Aubrey Houghton with 11. So you've got right now 6 girls in double digits and a couple of more. And Lauren Bell especially with 8 that are right there on the border of getting into double digits with ace serves on the year. Now, Red Oak also a 6-2 system. Merced Ramirez is their top setter, but she's also one of their top hitters. She's third on the team right now with 56 kills on the year. They're led by Marley Gray. Gray comes in with 72 kills. Jocelyn O'Neill, a sophomore, has been playing well for them. She has 64 kills. Leah Boswell with 43, and then Keely is a freshman with 33 kills. Now, Alexis Joint, their other setter, the junior, will rotate in when Merced Ramirez goes to the back row. She's got 112 assists, while Ramirez right now with 149 on the year. Back row, an outstanding libero back there for him. She's got 107 digs on the year. Ramirez has got 68, so again, can play really well all the way around. Emily Siebenacker is also very strong in the back row. She's got 52 digs, and Boswell with 56 digs. Their top servers so far this year have been Boswell with 18 aces, also Marley Gray with 10 aces, and Nicole Bond also with 10 aces on the season so far. We'll take a quick break. We're back with starting lineups coming up in 30 seconds right here on Kick 106.7. You've been listening to the Mackey Motors pregame show. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City.
This is Iowa, and Avela Bank has called Iowa home since 1870. With 17 locations across the state, we're proud to be part of your community. Right now, you can open an Avela Bank Simply Free checking account for you or your business and get a new debit card immediately. We'll even buy your old bank's unused checks. Stop by or visit us online to see how we're making better banking available for you. Avela Bank, member FDIC.
Patrick on the PA system tonight, the golden voice of one of the guys down at the state volleyball tournament, state softball tournament as well. Tim Fitz, of course, the longtime AD and also girls basketball coach when I first came here doing the PA tonight. Always good to hear it. Tim Jopp Blankman with you here tonight. Thanks to Nathan Durner back in the studio for to listen to this matchup with Red Oak. I got Will Myers over here to my left. He's running our video production. You can go to YouTube and search CB Sports Network to be able to watch and listen to tonight's matchup tonight. So it should be a fun one. Let's take a start tonight. First of all, Red Oak Tigers under head coach Angie Montgomery. They come in 7-7 on the year, 1-1 right now in the Hawkeye 10 Conference. They're currently in fourth place. They went 2-3 over their last 5 games. They're going to start a 5'6" senior in Olivia Boswell, a 5'6" freshman in Keely Jones, a 5'9" senior in Merced Ramirez, a 5'9" junior in Marley Gray, a 5'8" sophomore as well in Jocelyn O'Neill, a 5'8" sophomore in Carly Jenkins, and their libero again is a 5'2" junior in Nicole Bond. Under head coach Rusty Wintermo, they come in 17-3 on the season, 3-0 right now in the Hawkeye 10 Conference. They have won 11 straight, and they'll play St. Albert coming up yet tonight. Again, this is a triangular, so it'll be Red Oak against St. Albert coming up in the next match, and then Kuemper taking on St. Albert in that final match of the night. The libero, of course, for the Knights is the 5'2" sophomore in Kaylee Simons. They're also going to be starting 5'10" senior in Franny Glenn, a 5'10" senior in Aubrey Hughes, a 5'10" senior in Casey Peter, a 5'8" senior in Lauren Bell, a 5'10" sophomore in Brianna Whitrock, and a 5'9" sophomore in Olivia Schenkelberg. And that is how we get our starting lineup here tonight. We'll step away, take a break. We're back with more volleyball coverage coming up for you. First serve coming up for you after this 3-minute timeout right here on Kick 106.7.
Being a part of a team is not only fun, it can give our students a sense of identity and help them develop long-term relationships. This is Dr. Nate Luth, Next Generation Chiropractic. Student athletes, make sure you are taking care of your body before, during, and after the game. Proper warm-ups and cool-down are vital to staying on the field or court, and having regular chiropractic appointments can help reduce the risk of injury. Stay in the game by taking care of your body. Good luck to all area student athletes this season. Let's stay healthy and have fun.
Midwest Wholesale is your local building products headquarters. We have everything you need for your smaller home improvements to the building of your home or commercial building. We pride ourselves on giving you top-notch service, quality products with competitive prices. So whether you're a do-it-yourselfer, a contractor, or you just need a little help on a project, Midwest Wholesale is a one-stop resource for all your building needs. Midwest Wholesale, how you want it, when you want it, where you want it, we deliver.
St. Anthony Regional Hospital, the regional leader in healthcare, dedicated to improving the health of the people they serve. At St. Anthony Regional Cancer Center, you'll find the convenience of cancer and oncology consultation and treatment in one convenient location. At St. Anthony Clinic, you'll find a team of doctors and nurses that care about you and your family's health. St. Anthony Clinic is devoted to comprehensive health care for people of all ages. For every stage of life, always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
For almost 150 years, Roselle Mutual has been insuring homes, farms, and so much more in Carroll and the surrounding communities. We offer outstanding coverage whether you need it for your shiny new car, your next ATV ride in the trails, or boating day on the water, or you're looking to put better protection on your family home and farm. Roselle Mutual and Grinnell, exceptional service and quality insurance for all of your needs. For commercial, farm, home, and auto insurance, give us a call today at 792-4525. Roselle Mutual, proudly insuring the area since 1876.
One of the best kept secrets in Carroll is JP Flooring. I was looking to replace the floor in a couple rooms at home. It can be super overwhelming with all of the options available. I popped by JP Flooring and was super surprised and impressed with the showroom and selection. I had no idea how extensive their product lines were. They have a designer on staff that helped me narrow down what I was looking for. When you change your floors, it changes the whole character of a room. I used their product visualizer and could literally see in advance what the styles would look like in my room. I totally recommend JP Flooring in Carroll.
Family owned and operated since 1948, Quant Auto Salvage is the area's best full-service scrap facility. Whether you are looking to sell scrap iron, vehicles, or batteries, or you need to locate that difficult-to-find part for your vehicle, they have what you need. And if it isn't in stock, they can locate it with their nationwide parts database, or you can pull it yourself at their You Pull It. Quant Auto Salvage. They sell the best and recycle the rest on Kitty Hawk Avenue in Carroll.
Again, back in our studio, I had Will Miners. Will standing over here to my left. Of course, he is going to be running our video production here tonight. Other volleyball going on around our area tonight involving our local teams. Coon Rapids Bayard at Arweva. Audubon hosting Missouri Valley. Casey Miners has got that varsity game for you between 7 o'clock and 7:30 on 93.7 at KKRL. Carroll, they've got a big one tonight. They're hosting Dennis and Schleswig. Dan at Exire Elkhorn, Kimballton, ICAM Manning, home to Tri-Center, and Glen Ralston. Big conference matchup tonight as they host at Camp Anita. Also in cross country, Audubon and ICAM Manning running down at AHST Avoca Walnut. And don't forget, Casey Miners and I will have recaps of all of tonight's area of volleyball and cross country. We'll have that all for you on the Brinks Exterior Sports Report, and you can find that later tonight at sports.1380kcim.com. Player of the game up in our post game here tonight. Motor Inn of Carroll, your premier Toyota, Chevy, and Buick dealership for everything from sales, service to parts and collision. I'll get a picture of that player of the game and I'll get it posted up to our Carroll Broadcasting Sports Network website, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, also on my Facebook, my Twitter, and my Snapchat page. So you can find it in a lot of different places coming up later on this evening. So thanks to Motor Inn. They've been doing that player of the game now, I think, maybe 7-8 years. So they've been the sponsor of that for quite some time. Camper, your video camera. We're up on the mezzanine, up on the one end above the locker rooms. Camper right down in front of us, right out on the other side of the net. The Knights are going to serve it away, and Lauren Bell is going to serve one deep. That's going to be played up into the air by Gray to Ramirez. Come over to the right side to Boswell. Dug by Bell, back left. Tiefenthaler goes to the left side to Houghton. Free ball to cross. Played out of the middle of that 10. Crossed over by Ramirez. Played over by Simons, and then for the kill by O'Neill. So Jocelyn O'Neill will put Red Oak on top here quickly by the score of 1-0. And a quick sub coming into the game. Emily Siebenacher going to be checking into the ball game for the Tigers. She'll check in now for Jones, the freshman. Lauren Bell also checking out along with Tiefenthaler as we'll get Carson Oval, and Olivia Schinkelberg onto the floor for the night. Simons receive back right, goes to Overmall, and now off into the hands of Schinkelberg. Is Schinkelberg going to pick up her first kill. Carson Overmall gets the assist, and the Knights have evened this one back up at 1-1. Really nice serve receive, and that set up an outstanding set by Overmall. Brianna Whitrock now heads back to the service line. Sophomore again having a fantastic year. Of course, as soon as they set, her serve goes into the net. And Red Oak back on top here by a score of 2-1. The Tigers will send Jocelyn O'Neill, the 5'8 sophomore, back to the service line. This is a young Red Oak ball club. Whitrock back right up to Overmall. Over to Glenn left side. Touched it, popped up into the air. Red Oak will play it over the left side. They're going to get an attack attempt that time by Gray. Overmall goes left side to Houghton. Pop back up in the air by Gray. Ramirez over the left side. Attack by Boswell. Dug by Simons over to the right side. Schinkelberg. And that's going to be blocked. Coming up the block is to take early 3-1 lead. Heading back to the service line again is O'Neill. O'Neill will serve it away. Serve is going to be taken by Simons. Perfect pass up now to Overmall. Left side again to Glenn. Dug that time by O'Neill. Ramirez out of the back right. Comes at left side. Gray going to miss wide out of that left side. And that'll cut it to 3-2. And that was a serve received that time by Simons, but also an outstanding dig for pass over on a dig over on the other side as well by Jones. Aubrey Houghton, who's off to a good start, had a really good tournament over the weekend. Her serve going to be taken by Bond up to Ramirez. Middle set, and there is going to be a kill. Picking that one up is going to be Carly Jenksons, a 5'8 sophomore. And the lead for the Tigers back to 2 here at 4-2. Dirk Glenn, one of our line judges, picks that one up. He'll get it off to our next server, Alexis Joint, the 5'5 junior, has checked in. She'll work as the other setter. Serve receive again by Simons. Overmall gets it to Glenn. In the middle over to the right front. Popped up into the air by Red Oak. Bond will free ball across. Whitrock up to Overmall. Left side of Peter. Big swing. Dug in the back row that time by Jones. Kept alive by Joint and free balled across by Bond. Nice dig by Whitrock over to the overpass. Left side they'll work it, and the tip going to be played by Ramirez. Dug by the Nice. And Overmall will free ball across. Joint middle set. Franny Glenn along with a Schinkelberg for 3. So Tiefenthaler check in. Schinkelberg and Overmall will check out. Tiefenthaler, as Coach Fitz likes to call her, she'll head back to the service line. Jump serve on the way from Elson. That'll be played by Bond back right. Tracked down by Joint left side. Block that time. Ray went up and swung right. There was a roll to come up with a block. And we're tied for the second time here in this first set at 4-4. Big block that time from Lauren Bell. Bell, such an athletic player. Been hearing about that athleticism since she was coming in her freshman year. And good decision by Bond. That serve is just a little bit off. Tried to take it deep that time with Tiefenthaler, and Bond actually kind of ducked and kneeled down at the last second, and that ball floated just over her head and out of bounds. Gray will head back to the service line now for the Tigers. They lead it here 5-4. Simons out of the back middle to Tiefenthaler, left side to Peter. Dug by Bond off of the touch. Ramirez gets it in the middle. They'll play it across. Simons now on the second ball. Comes right side to Bell. Blocked again. Coming up with that block is Jones. And the Tigers lead it here by a score of 6-4. So again, heading back to serve the 5'9 junior in Gray. Red Oak off to a good start. This is the night's final home matches of the year. They got this triangular, and then they don't play at home the rest of the year. They're served by Gray sails along. And the Knights will get it. Franny Glenn to head back now to the service line. Franny, a senior, having the kind of season you expect from her. She's been starting since she was a freshman. Serve's going to be deep, and Bond again slides out of the way and lets that one go. So the Tigers have maintained pretty much a 2-point lead through most of this one. It's been 2 and then 1 and then 2 and 1. Their largest lead has been 2 at 3-1. Serve on the way. Played by Simons up to Tiefenthaler. Goes into the middle. The bell tipped across. Played up into the air to Bond. They'll work it left side. The swing by Jones. Dug by Simons. Back left. Tiefenthaler over to Peter. Left side. That'll be tooled out of bounds. And Katie going to pick up her first kill of the night. Tiefenthaler will get her first assist of the night. And the Knights, Simons heads back to the service line. Serve on the way. Played up into the air by Gray. Back set right side to Ramirez. Tipped across. Dug by Simons over to Tiefenthaler. Right side back. Bell's going to get the cool tool right down in the block of Jones. Bell will pick up her first kill. Assist number 2 to Tiefenthaler. And the Knights have tied it up 2 straight for Kuemper. And they've matched it here at 7. Simons again with the serve. Played by Bond. Joint comes over the left side. Nice swing that time by Jenkins. Dug by Simons into the middle. We're going to get 2 touches, I think, going to go on that one. That's going to be the call. Jump set that time by Tiefenthaler. Got it twice, and the Tigers will maintain the lead here at 8-7. Been tied 3 times, have yet to have a lead change in this one. Ramirez goes back to serve now for the Tigers. Serve comes back left, played by Roy. That's going to go backwards. Simons Bell being a chase. Simons almost up to it, but unable to do it. And the lead is at now 9-7 in favor of Red Oak. So Ramirez again heading back to serve it away. Ramirez, again, one of their better servers on the year. Another serve played by Simons. Tiefenthaler goes left side. Houghton, big swing, and Aubrey Houghton will drop one in. I think she really took it to another level on Saturday when I was up at that tournament. You see it right there. Houghton with a big swing, cuts it now to 9-8 as Lauren Bell will head back to serve for the Knights. We're here midway through this first set. Deep serve played up by Gray. Bond that time was going to go and set. Ramirez called her off, and then it was miscommunication. Set went backwards. Gray had to try and play it again, but gets it up into the basketball stanchion. And we are tied at 9-9, our 4th tie in this first set. Got John Steffes standing right over here to my right. Serve on the way, played up by Gray. Now Ramirez over the right side. Boswell with the swing, dug by the Knights. Tiefenthaler goes left side to Houghton, touches the net. That's going to be off of Gray. Aubrey Houghton with her second one here tonight. And the Knights have their first lead of the game here at 10-9. Bell again back to serve for the Knights. Serve on the way, played by Bond. Ramirez out of the middle, goes left side to Boswell. That's going to go deep and sail long. And I on a run. Have taken a 11-9 lead. They were down at one point in this one at 9-7, so 4 straight for the Knights. Bell again will serve it away. That serve going to sail long. Behind that one, not on top of it. And the lead is trimmed to 11-10. Overmole, Schenkelberg check in. Bell. Tiefenthaler will check out. Red Hawk also making a substitution. Checking out of the game is Jones, and Siebenecker will check onto the floor now for Red Hawk. She'll serve. Serve comes back left and played that time by Houghton, but that's going to be an ace. Ball went up under the net, 2 straight for the Tigers, and we are tied at 5 apiece. Siebenecker coming into tonight, just a 1 ace. That is her second on the year. Houghton on the serve receive, played by Simons on the second ball. Now Overmole attacks, played by Ramirez to Bond. Left side to Boswell, dug by Roy. Played up into the air by Overmole over to the right side, Schenkelberg, and that one into the net. And it's going to make it a 12-11 lead for Red Oak. That is our second lead change. Siebenecker again goes back to serve low. That played by Simons, tracked down by Overmole. Houghton out of the middle. 2 touches on that set. And it's a 13-11 lead for the Tigers as they've matched their largest lead here in this first set. Serve into the net that time by Siebenecker. And that'll be a break for the Knights. They trail it here now by a score of 13-12. As Brianna Whitrock will head back to serve. Roy will check out for the Knights. Serve on the way, back middle. Played by Boswell. They'll come left side. Now Gray with a big swing. Touch to the net. Dug by Simons. Over to Overmole. Left side, Houghton. Big swing. Block. Hop back up by Simons. Overmole into the middle. And Glenn is in the back right. Randy pick up her first kill of the night. Overall with her second assist, and the Knights have tied this one back up now at 13-13. Our sixth tie in this first set. Told you this was going to be a good one here tonight, folks. It started out that way. We got deep serve, and the Tigers back on top now by a score of 14-13. We do have Jeff Story in the house. He's going to be taking some photos for us here tonight, probably going on Mackey Motors and our face young lady. The Knights have tied this back up at 14-14. We are tied at 9, tied at 11, tied at 13, now tied at 14. Serve coming up here for Houghton. Played by Bond back left. That's going to be an 8 on Houghton. Knights with the lead back here. Houghton's given the lead twice. One on a kill, that time on an 8. Our third lead change here in this first set. For Houghton. Another serve played by Bond. That's going to be an overpass tipped down by Peter, dug by Boswell. Ramirez goes into the back row, played across that time, but not able to get it across with Siebenecker. So the Knight lead is up to at 16-14. We're going to get a timeout called by the Red Oak Tigers. 16-14, Kuemper with the lead back. 30 seconds here on it. Kick 106.7.
People want and deserve more comfort, efficiency, and reliability, both in their homes and places of work. Dries Company will be there to meet these challenges, whether we are designing a new system or servicing your existing equipment. We are a rapidly growing company that strives to meet and exceed all your expectations. No matter if you are looking to buy new appliances or need the help from one of our certified technicians, we are here for you. We pride ourselves in our installation and service. Dries Company, servicing the Carroll area since 1933.
Aubrey Houghton heads back to the serve line for the Knights. She has 12 aces now on the season. One here tonight. Her little run here with a kill. 2 points on the serves have given the Knights the lead here at 16-14. Again, 3 lead changes, 7 ties. The largest lead tonight has been 2 points, and both teams had that lead of 2 points at one time or another. Houghton with the serve, played by Bond at back right. Up to the front to Ramirez, into the middle, and knocked across, and dropping that one in is Jenkins. Knight came out of the left front to help with the block that time, and Jenkins was able to drop that one just over the block and into that left front area. Checking back into the game now, one of the centers, Joint. She'll check in for Boswell. Joint will go back to serve. Knights lead is 1 at 16-15. Serve on the way into the net to a break for Kuemper on the unforced service error, and that's going to make it 17-15. Overmole Schinkelberg will check out. Tiefenthaler and Bell checking back in now for the Knights. Tiefenthaler going to head back to the service line. Great crowd on hand here, especially for the early start. Kuemper crowd probably about 2/3 of the way filled. Red Oak still a long drive, so a lot of people not here yet. They'll probably get here for the second match. Swing by Gray, dug that time by Tiefenthaler over to the right side to Bell. That'll be off of Bond and out of bounds. Bell going to pick up the kill. And the Knights have taken their largest lead now here of the game at 18-15. Serve coming up again for Tiefenthaler. That'll be Bond back right, up to Ramirez, or Joint, 2 touches going to be called on Joint. Note they're going to say under the net is what they're going to get her for. So that pass took her up into the net, and the Knights have now extended the lead here to 19-15. Beginning to kind of pull away a little bit here late. We'll see if they can keep the run going. Tiefenthaler with a jump serve again, attacking Bond. Joint will bump set it left side. Big swing, and that is going to be blocked and out of bounds. Ramirez with the big swing, and right there was Glenn and Bell for the big block. And I lead here by a score of 20-15. Glenn does such a really good job blocking, so that she led this team coming in. That is number 34 on the year for her. Tiefenthaler again with the serve. That'll be back middle, played over now into the hands of Gray on the right side. She's going to go deep. So lead hit, and all of a sudden, things starting to fall apart a little bit for Coach Montgomery and Red Oak. Again, Knights had a 15-14 lead off of the A serve from Aubrey Houghton. Tiefenthaler again with the serve, and again, not a very good pass that time. Struggling with it with Siebenecker. And the Knights have extended the lead to on the serve from Tiefenthaler, and we're going to get a timeout called by the Tigers. Knight lead up by 7 here in set 1. We're back in 30 seconds on Kick 106.7.
From puddings to framing to finish. For farm, home, or commercial, for more than 90 years, Wall Lake Lumber Company has been proud to help our communities grow. With 4 convenient locations and one of the largest building material inventories in the area, we are sure to be able to fill all your building needs. From project design and estimating to friendly advice, we can't wait to be part of the process for you. Wall Lake Lumber, with locations in Wall Lake, Lakeview, Odebolt, and Carroll. We're not your grandpa's lumberyard.
Here from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes recover and perform. Elsa Tiefenthaler just picking up assist for ace, I should say, number at 26 on the season. And that puts the Kuemper Knights comfortably in control of this first set right now, up 22-15. Tiefenthaler again a score of 23-15. Tiefenthaler came in to score with it 16-15, so a 7-0 run. Played up in the air that time by Joint. Overpass tipped down by Peter, and now we're going to get a net violation. Going to go against Red. And that's going to make it 24-15. And actually, they called back row attack on that one. Coach Montgomery wanting an explanation and now shaking her head yes. Jeannie Statlander, one of the elite officials in all of volleyball. Of course, from down in the Manning area, the state a lot of times hires her when she's not officiating at the state tournament. They're going to replay the point. So they're going to replay the point. But Jeannie a lot of times is that official that kind of scouts the other officials and gives them scouting reports on the job they're doing. Steven he just picked it up with first-rate ace. Dropping that one in front of Joint in the back right. It is set point. Knights up here 24-15. Serve coming up again here for Tiefenthaler. Goes this time at Bond. Up now to Ramirez. That set over the head of Jenkins. She'll track it down. Free ball over to Peter. Right side now. Bell to Tiefenthaler. And pulls that away back with set number 3 coming up in 2 minutes. Right here on Kick 106.7.
Life's met the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you work so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business, from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
Communities. Because when our members love life, it makes a brighter community for all. DePaco can help you be well.
Man, could not have done it by myself.
Motor Inn of Carroll is your hometown team for all of your sales, service, parts, and collision needs all season long. From the helpful sales staff to the area's best service department, Motor Inn of Carroll has the expertise that you need to stay on the road and keep that auto investment looking good. From work to play, they have it all. Good luck to all the area teams from Motor Inn of Carroll.
Coming in from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Early tie. Red Oak led at 1 point, 14-13. Again, we did have 3 changes, 7 ties in that first set. But Aubrey Houghton with an ace serve put Kuemper up 15-14. She helped extend that lead to 16-14. Red Oak made it 16-15, and then Elsa Tiefenthaler went back to the serve line. Now, Lauren Bell gave an 18-15 lead with a kill. But Tiefenthaler 3 straight to make it 22-15, 23-15, and then 24-15. Laura now ended with another kill, her third of that first set. Her and Aubrey Houghton each with 3 kills tonight. Leading here 1-0 with a 25-15 win in set number 1. And the first serve that's a communication on Kuemper that time. Houghton's watching the ball. The girls around her must have been yelling out. She'll have to go. It drops in for an ace serve for Joint. Joint serve again, played by Houghton. Up this time to right side. Whitruck, big swing, blocked at the net, played by Overall. Simons sets it into the back row to Glenn, dug by Bond. Ramirez goes right side, and Boswell was going to get 2 touches, going to go on Ramirez. And then 8-7 tie this one back up at 1-1. For former Audubon and Carroll coach Molly Lang in the stands here tonight. Serve on the way by Whitruck, played by Bond. They'll work it now into the middle, tip across, dug up into the air. They'll come back over to Houghton left side, and that attack system that time. They weren't out of system, but just not. Everybody was kind of banging into each other and not where they needed to be. 2-1 the score. So heading back to serve again is going to be O'Neill. The serve on the way, played by Simons. Up to Overmole, left side, Glenn, big swing down like this. And the Knights have tied it again, this time at 2-2. Again, Casey Miners heading down to Audubon tonight. He'll have Audubon, Missouri Valley on KKRL. Serve drops it. To grab their first lead here in this second set. As they lead it now by a score of 3-2. Simons again heads back to the service line. Serve on the way, played this time up to Ramirez, over to Boswell out of the right, popped up by Simons, played by Overall. Backer attack for Whitruck, just wide. And we are tied at 3-3. Good looking swing time by Whitruck. She's so athletic. Simons picking up that ace here a moment ago, her 19th of the season. The 4th of the night unofficially, actually the 5th of the night unofficially for Kuemper. Serve coming up. It'll be played by Simons. Up now to Overmole. Quick set in the middle to Glenn. Bond will back it down. And now they'll free ball it across with Jenkins. Simons again to Overmole. Left side. Peter down the line and wide. No touch. And Redo has grabbed the lead back here at 4-3. Second change here in this set. Serve again for the Tigers, played up by Simons. Now to Overall. Left side, Peter, roll shot. Popped up into the air that time up by Joint. They'll work it over to the left. Dug by Gray, dug by Whitruck. Now Overall over to Peter again. Popped up into the air off of the touch from Gray. Whitruck on the dig. That's up to the net. Overall tips it across, and we're going to get, going to get a back row attack. Going to go on Overall. That'll put Red Oak on top now by a score of 5-3. Serve played by Simons, tracked down by Overmole. And now free ball over by Peter. Ramirez up to Joint. Left side, Gray down the line and misses wide. Both teams do a nice job of not always hitting across. You see so many high school kids, it's hit across. You got the bigger end of the court to be able to hit to. But both of these teams do a really good job as the team's blocking cross to take it line, and that's what Gray tried to do there, just unable to do it. Tiefenthaler, Bell back in for the night. Serve on the way, played up into the air by Joint. Joint on the second ball. That serve receive was by Siebenecker, and now the attack from Peter at the net is going to sail wide. And it's a 6-4 lead here for the Tigers. Checking back in as Keely Jones shall head in. Going back to the service line is going to be Marley Gray, the 5'9 junior. 6-4 Tigers with the lead. Serve finds it Simons. Up now to Tiefenthaler behind the 10-foot line over to the right side to Glenn. And Glenn gets that one off of Joy. Franny Glenn for third kill of the night. Tiefenthaler has picked up her 7th assist. And the Knights trail it here by a score of 6-5. Glenn again back to serve. Goes back middle, knocking on the way. She's been really good. Nicole Bond at the libero. Checking out is going to be Jenkins, and checking back in is going to be O'Neill for Red. Bond will head back to serve. Serve on the way by Bond, comes back left, played beautifully by Simons to Tiefenthaler. They run it to the middle. The Bell started left and ran a slide into the middle and lowered it down. Another kill for the Knights. And the Knights cut it back to a 1-point deficit here at 7-6. Serve coming up here for Kate Heater. Comes back left, played by Gray. Up to joint, right side now Ramirez off of the net. Played up into the air by Roy. Tiefenthaler over to Houghton. Roll shot toward the donut, popped up by joint. And again, Ramirez with the attack off of the right side. We're going to get a touch off of Houghton. And the point for Red. We'll put them back on top here by a score of 8-6. So Ramirez hands back to serve now for the Tigers. Serve coming up, played by Simons back right over to Tiefenthaler, middle to Whitlock, and that's going to go through the fingertips. With her first kill tonight. The Knights now trail it here by a score of 8-7. Will head back to service. Her and Schenkelberg check in. Tiefenthaler and Bell will check out. Overmold to serve. Left-handed jump serve taken back right by Bond. Ramirez bump sets it left side now to Boswell. Cross court dug by Simons. Overmold comes left side, and that would slip through the fingers on that set. So that's going to be 2 touches. And Red Oak back on top again by 2 at 9-7. Another substitution checking in. Siebenecker. She'll check in again for Jones. And Siebenecker will head back to serve. Serve on the way, played by Houghton. Overmore comes back to Houghton, who come up out of the middle. That one's going to hit the net that divides the two courts out there in the rafters. It came back over to outside, but that is going to be a point to Houghton. And that'll cut the Knight deficit again down to 1 here at 9-8. Aubrey Houghton with another kill. And now Brianna Whitrock heads back to the service line as Roy will check out. Serve played by Bond. Up to Ramirez, left side Gray, down the line and off. And the lead is 2 again at 10-8. So Red Oak again hanging around here in this second set. They're not a team that's going to go away easily. Jocelyn O'Neill heads back to serve now for Red Oak. Knights got that big service run from Tiefenthaler, kind of the difference in that first set. Whitrock, Overmole tracks it down, back to Whitrock, back row attack. Popped up into the air, Ramirez over the left side to Gray, big swing, that'll sail long, no touch. Knights just hanging around right now, down by 1 again at 10-9. Kuemper did have a 1 lead in this one at 3-2, but then Red Oak came back to go up 4-3. Kaylee Simons with the jump serve, played by Bond back right. Ramirez goes right side to Boswell, down the line. That's going to sail long, and we are tied again. Our 4th tie, this time at 10-10. First time we've been tied since it was 3-3. Tied at 1, tied at 2, tied at 3. Now tied in. Serve receive. They'll get it Ramirez over the left side to Gray. Roll shot, and that'll drop in. Kuemper expected her to swing hard because that's what she had been going line, and that time kind of dropped it towards the middle. Didn't really go cross, just kind of roll shotted it in behind the donut. And now checking in to go back to serve is going to be Joint. Serve on the way, played by Simons, now to Overmo. Left side, Peter. Tipped across, popped up into the air, and it's an overpass. It's Randy right there. Jenkins had that one kind of come down in her lap. Not much she could do on that one after the block. She tipped it up into the air, and then luckily for the Knights, it went up and over the net, and Franny Glynn was standing right there, and Franny's not going to miss that shot. She tips it in for the kill. We're tied at 11. Tiefenthaler back in her serve. Played up into the air by a Joint. They'll work it over to the right side now. And having the big block that time was Peter and Glenn. The attack attempt from Gray blocked by the Knights, and Kuemper on top here by a score of 12-11. As Kempers grabbed their first lead since they led it 3-2. Tiefenthaler again with the short serve played by Bond. Now Joint goes over the left side, and this time able to drop that one in as Ramirez. She'll get the tool, came right down on the block as the Knights did get pressed across the net, or the net, I should say, and we're tied at 12. Keely Jones checks back in, checking out with Siebenacker. The serve taken that time by Simons up to Tiefenthaler, right side. Glenn pass right back over to Simons. Tiefenthaler to Bell off right side down the line, and that is going to be wide. And just like that, Red Oak grabbed the lead back at 13-12. Our fourth lead change in this second set. Knights up 1-0, winning the first one 25-15. Serve coming up, played backwards by Wittrock. Now over to Simons. The left side it comes to later on. She wasn't even facing the net. She just tried to bomb it across and ends up dropping it into the left or right front and dropped it in there for a kill, and that ties us at 13. She was just trying to free ball that one and not free ball it deep, but free ball it short. Bond on the serve receive from Glenn. Joint comes the left side. Bench time and get the kill is going to be a Keely Joint. Jones, the 5'6" freshman. And Red Oak, again, just kind of hanging in here. They've led it through most of the second set. Up right now, 14-13. Nicole Bond going back to serve. Glenn checks out for the Knights. Roy will check back in. Her serve receive comes up to Tiefenthaler. Middle set to Bell, and Bell tries to tip. Got it to drop on the line. So Lauren Bell with her Tiefenthaler with the assist. And the Knights have tied it again here at 14-14. 8 tie in this second set as Casey Peters serves for Kuemper. Back right, played by Gray. Overpass. Number 2, Rock, and the Knights back on top here by a score of 15-14. Fifth lead change. We'll see if the Knights can close out on a run here. Casey Peter again to serve at 1. To serve off a Bond for the Knights. So her first serve of the night. And the Knights extend that lead here to 16-14. That is their largest lead here in this set, as Casey Peter just picked up her 14th ace of the season. Peter again to serve. Short one played by Bond over to Joint. They'll come right side now to Ramirez. Cross court dug by Tiefenthaler to Roy. Right side to Bell. Touch of the net. Popped up into the air by Gray. Joint comes right side again to Ramirez. Touch of the net. Popped up by Roy. Now Tiefenthaler middle set for Wittrock. Goes up back left and misses a walk. And the Knights lead is down to 1 here at 16-15. So Boswell will check back in. She'll check into the game for Alexis Joint. Ramirez goes back to serve for the Tigers, played by Roy. They'll come up from Tiefenthaler over to Bell, and can Red Oak get it across? No, they can't. It was played in the back row that time by Gray. Come flying up. O'Neill, Jocelyn O'Neill played it, but it was really low, kind of skirted really low to the back. They could have popped it high and got it over, but unable to do so. And it's now a 17-15 lead here for the Knights. Overmo with the serve, played by Bond, kept alive by Gray. Now Boswell will free ball it across, touched at the net that time by Wittrock. Moreno tried to block one and just got enough of it for it to come down on top of her. She jumped maybe a little bit early, and that one she was on her way down when she touched it, so not able to kind of push that one down. Red Oak will serve it with Siebenacker. That's going to hit the top of the net. And we're tied at 17, our 9th tie in this second set. Siebenacker again goes back to serve. Red Oak looking for their first lead since they led at 14-13, but she'll sail that one low. And then Knights on top here by a score of 18-17. Franny Glenn checks in for Brooke Roy, and a Wittrock heads back to the service line. Difference in that first set was Tiefenthaler's serves. Can the Knights do it again here late in this second set? Deep serve played by Bond. Up to Ramirez. Middle set. Big swing by Jenkins. Dug by Simons. Over ball goes and the Knights lead by 2 at 19-17. That started with a great pass from Caleb Steins. Serve again coming up here for Wittra. That'll be played up into the air by Gray. They'll come the left side. Big swing down the line, and that is going to drop in. The Tigers get the kill time from Ramirez. And all of a sudden, they're down to 1 again here at 19-18. Bond will check out. Jocelyn O'Neill goes back to serve. Serve goes into the net. So 2 straight service errors for Red Oak. And the Knights lead it here by 2 at 20-18. Kaylee Simons back to serve it away. Jump serve on the way, played by Bond at back right. Ramirez bump sets it left side to Gray. 2 off the block. Glenn and Shaver were there. That one sailed all the way back and out. So it's now 20-19, and Red Oak serving for the tie. They'll bring Joint back in. Alexis Joint, the 5'5 junior. She'll head back to the service line. Serve on the way, played by Simons to Overmall. Left side, Peter, big swing down the line and wide. We're tied at 20-20. 10 ties in this set. Joint again will serve it away. Whitrock and Simons in a 2-person serve receive for Kuemper. Serve comes at Simons. Overmall from behind the 10-foot line goes back row attack for Whitrock. Back left, played by Bond. Ramirez comes left side, Gray. Big swing touch of the net done by Whitrock. Overmall bump sets it left side for Peter. She'll free ball it to the donut. Joint comes into the middle, and that's going to be blocked. That time trying to go up the one across with Jenkins, and Franny Glenn right to the block, and the Knights lead 21-20. Timeout on the floor called by Red Oak. We'll step away with them back in 30 seconds right here on 93. On kick 106.7.
Classes as a freshman here, it gets him more prepared and gets them the transition from high school to college is very nice to have that.
Smaller campus, so it's a lot easier to know where you're going. It's hard to get lost here. And there's always a smiling face to help you if you don't know where you're going.
It's really nice to be able to get college credits to maybe go further degree or just use your auto program to go into the workforce right away.
To my right, but I want to thank Marty, who built our broadcast area, for the Blankman's beverage cup holder that he has sitting here. So thanks to Marty for putting that in. I don't know if you'll listen, but you'll make sure you get the note, right? Well, Marty and Michelle always enjoy talking to them. Knights right now up 21-20 here in this second. They had to wait to do the actual substitution sign, like a travel call that you get in basketball, for anybody that doesn't know what it is. Once they made that call, they were good to make the substitutions. Knights will serve it away with Tiefenthaler. Jump serve played by Bond. Tracked down by Joint, back by the free throw line, and now tip into the net. Ramirez trying to tip in the right front and tips it into the net. It's 22-20 Kuemper. Serve coming up again here for Tiefenthaler. Jump serve played up into the air. Number 1-3-20. Tiefenthaler again with the jump serve. Another really good one. Bond has it come down off Raptors. Another. And it is for tonight. Coach Montgomery up talking with their defense right now. As Tiefenthaler goes to serve. Serve on the way down the line. Played up into the air by Joint, tracked down by Ramirez. Dug him over to the right side, that time to Jenkins. Dug by Whitrock. Middle set. Glenn has a lot up by Simon. They come left side to Peter. Roll shot to Donut. Dug on the dive by Jenkins. They'll work it over the right side. Block that. By Randy Glenn, and that's going to do it for set. They're going to win it 25-20. We'll stop set 3. 2 minutes away. Right here on a kick 107.
This is Iowa, and Avelo Bank has called Iowa home since 1870. With 17 locations across the state, we're proud to be part of your community. Right now, you can open an Avelo Bank Simply Free checking account for you or your business and get a new debit card immediately. We'll even buy your old bank's unused checks. Stop by or visit us online to see how we're making better banking available for you. Avelo Bank, member FDIC.
Being a part of a team is not only fun, it can give our students a sense of identity and help them develop long-term relationships. This is Dr. Nate Luth, Next Generation Chiropractic. Student athletes, make sure you are taking care of your body before, during, and after the game. Proper warm-ups and cool-down are vital to staying on the field or court, and having regular chiropractic appointments can help reduce the risk of injury. Stay in the game by taking care of your body. Good luck to all area student athletes this season. Let's stay healthy and have fun.
Midwest Wholesale is your local building products headquarters. We have everything you need for your smaller home improvements to the building of your home or commercial building. We pride ourselves on giving you top-notch service, quality products with competitive prices. So whether you're a do-it-yourselfer, a contractor, or you just need a little help on a project, Midwest Wholesale is a one-stop resource for all your building needs. Midwest Wholesale, how you want it, when you want it, where you want it, we deliver.
St. Anthony Regional Hospital, the regional leader in healthcare, dedicated to improving the health of the people they serve. At St. Anthony Regional Cancer Center, you'll find the convenience of cancer and oncology consultation and treatment in one convenient location. At St. Anthony Clinic, you'll find a team of doctors and nurses that care about you and your family's health. St. Anthony Clinic is devoted to comprehensive healthcare for people of all ages. For every stage of life, always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
On kick 106.7. Keep thinking of more Casey's match coming up later tonight over on that KKRL. Knights up right now 2-0 on Red Oak, winning 25-15 and 25-20. Again, you can watch and listen to this match. Got Will Miner standing over here to my left running our broadcast here tonight, and you can check that out and go to YouTube and search CB Sports Network to pull it up and watch and listen to it. We've got our Mackey Motors post-game show coming up at the conclusion of this one. But just because Kuemper won these first two doesn't mean that things are over here. Red Oak has a history of coming back in this matchup. And we'll see what ends up happening here. The Knights, though, have played really well. Looking for their 12th straight match win here tonight, and they're looking to move to 18-3 overall, 4-0 in the Hawkeye 10 Conference. A lot of Knights playing well here so far. Just unofficially, statistically, Lauren Bell 6 kills, Aubrey Houghton with 5, Franny Glenn with 4, Casey Peter with 3, Carson Overmole's got 5 assists, Elsa Tiefenthaler 11 assists to go with 4 aces on the night. Brianna Whitrock will serve it away the Knights here as we start set number 3. Loser played by Bond, and that's going to be over the net. Over pass played by Simons. Overmole goes right side to Schinkelberg. Block, pop back to Simons and Overmole both diving, actually colliding with each other. Both of them up. They're ready with the 1-0 lead here in set number 3. Knights have not pulled away until the midpoint of set 1 and then very late in set 2. So look for this one to be tight as well. Whitrock over the left side now to Glenn, down the line and out of bounds. And the lead is 2-0 here for Red Oak. That matches their largest lead of the night. Kuemper, of course, winning that first set 25-15, so their 10-point lead there, the largest of the night for them. Overmole with it, right side now. Houghton, big swing down the line off of Bond. And Aubrey Houghton will pick up her 6th with the assist. And the Knights on the board, down now by a score of 2-1. Houghton will head back to serve. Kaylee Simons checking out here for a moment. Lonnie Miller, one of the assistant coaches, chatting with her. Serve on the way, played by Gray up to Ramirez over right side to O'Neill. The Knights will play it back over with Glenn. Left side Gray, deep, played by Whitlock. That'll be an overpass right back to Gray. That one, Marley Gray, 5'9" junior, says thank you very much. She'll put it away, and now 3-1. Heading back to serve is going to be Jocelyn O'Neill, the 5'8" sophomore. O'Neill's serve comes back left, played by Whitrock. Now to Overmall, tipped over, and yep, we're going to get it again. That's going to be the back row. That's not Carson's fault. That pass taking her up and into the net. The only thing she can do is try and jump and make the play, but unable to do so. And Red Oak now with their largest lead of the night here at 4-1. Simons with it over to Overmall into the middle to Glenn off the top of the net. Popped up by O'Neill. They'll come the left side. Boswell has it touched at the net, but nobody gets a second ball. And it's a 5-1 lead here for Red Oak. Serve. Played up by Simons. They'll work it over on the left side for Pete. The top of the net drops in. It is going to be at number 4. The Knights on the board, down now by a score of 5-2. So Tiefenthaler will check in. Bell checks in. Schinkelberg and Overmall will check out. Tiefenthaler again heads back to serve. Jump serve on the way. Another 8 of the night. And that is going to make it now 5-3. Serve coming up here for Tiefenthaler again. Serve on the way down the line. That time it's a wide. And the lead is back to 3 now at 6-3. Heading back to the service line now is going to be Joint. Serve on the way, played by Simons. Over now to Tiefenthaler, left side to Peter. Touch to the net, played by Joint. They'll come left side. Big and they get count out right now the line with the team that's lost. And they're playing with the end. Can't believe the match. Right now not doing it. Timeout on the floor called by Kuemper. We're back in 30 seconds here on Kick 106.7.
For almost 150 years, Roselle Mutual has been insuring homes, farms, and so much more in Carroll and the surrounding communities. We offer outstanding coverage whether you need it for your shiny new car, your next ATV ride in the trails, or boating day on the water, or you're looking to put better protection on your family home and farm. Roselle Mutual and Grinnell Mutual are here to provide you with expertise, exceptional service, and quality insurance for all of your needs. For commercial, farm, home, and auto insurance, give us a call today at 792-4525. Roselle Mutual, proudly insuring the area since 1876.
Right now the Knights in a little bit of trouble here in this third set, trailing them by a score of 7-3. Red Oak come out with a little bit more intensity. They don't want to be swept here tonight. Tiefenthaler off of the serve receive from Simons over to Peter Bach. Pop back up by Bell. Hit over by Peter Bach. Again. Pop back up by Bell. Joint sent it right side, and hitting that one wall is going to be Carly Jenkins. And the Knights now trailing by a score of 7-4 as Randy Glenn back to the serve line. Kuemper won set 125-15, took set 2 25-20. Trailing here, not even tied it here in this third set. Glenn with the serve, played by Bond. That'll be an overpass. Simons, Tiefenthaler, right side Bell, and we're going to get 2, I think. That's going to be the call. Touches 8-4. in favor of Red Oak. Glenn will check out. Roy will check in. Gray goes back to serve for the Tigers. We could still go 5 here, folks. I've seen it before. Serve coming up by Gray. Comes back right. That's going to be an A serve off of Heath. 9-4 now in favor of Red Oak. Kuemper's got to get refocused here right now. Coach Montgomery, an elite coach in the state. Serve on the way, played by Simons. Up now to Tiefenthaler, left side. Brianna with her third kill. She went up aggressive there. And the Knights now trail by a score of 9-5 as Kaylee Simons will head back to the service line. Simons set to serve it away. Serve. Hopped up into the air that time by Jones. Keely Jones will come back to Keely. Dug by Simons out of the donut over the right side to Bell. Touch the net. That's the drop in. Lauren Bell got 7 kills. Tiefenthaler down officially 13-6. 2 straight for the Knights. They're down here at 9-6. We know Kuemper can go on a run. They just think they need to get Red Oak in some trouble on their serve receive again. Simons on the serve. Popped up into the air by Gray. Played by Joint into the middle. Big swing by Ramirez. Dug by Simons. Tracked down by Tiefenthaler over to Bell. Free ball to cross. Bond out of the back left. They'll go middle set again. Ramirez. Played up by Simons over Tiefenthaler. Right side to Bell. Played by Gray. Out on the net. Kept alive by Joint. And hit across that time by Jenkins. Tiefenthaler. No. Second for second kill on last 3 kills. Nice. And Kuemper now trails here by a score of 9-7. Witrock with her 4th kill. Tiefenthaler with her 14th assist. Simons again to serve it away. Played up by Bond. Joint comes left side. A big swing that time for Keely Jones. Got it down on the block. Rich and Bell came right down on him. And it's now 10-7 in favor of the Tigers as Nicole Bond, the libero, will head back to serve for the Tigers. Serve into the net. Is that the break that Kuemper needs? They're within striking distance here. Still a long way to go. Getting here in this third set. Could put it into the minds of Red Oak down 2-0. Bell with the serve down the line. Played by Gray. Joint right side to Ramirez. Blocked and popped back over by Wood. Actually, it does. It stays on the night side. Now Houghton roll shot across. Played by Jones. They'll come back. Jones left side. Tip across. Dug by Houghton. Good to Tiefenthaler in the middle. Blocked. Joint set to back up and in the middle for Jenkins. Simons kept alive by Roy. And Tiefenthaler will put across. Bond up to Joint. They'll come left side again to Jones down the line. And we're going to get it in net. Off of the attack as well for Keely Jones. And down to 109. Lauren Bell serving to tie this one up. You're listening to high school volleyball here on KIT 106.7 KIKD Lake City, Carroll. Played up that time by Ramirez over to Bell. Tiefenthaler going to be called for 2 times. That was with the fingers. That's the second time tonight. 1 on Tiefenthaler, 1 on Oldham. The ball has went through the Kuemper setter's hands. And they've been called for 2 touches. Motor player coming out following this one. That'll be in our postgame tonight. Motor and of Carroll, your premier Toyota dealership for everything from sales to service to parts and collision. We are coming to you live here from the Gatorade broadcast booth. Serve received by Roy. Overball middle set for Houghton. Houghton with 7 here tonight. Overball now with 8 assists. And the Knights are down by 1 at 11-10. Roy out. Glenn will check in. Whitrock goes back to serve for the Knights. Served by Whitrock to Bond. Tracked down by Ramirez over the left side to Boswell. Touch of the net by Schenkelberg. Overmall goes left side. Houghton another big hit. Houghton has got 8 here. For the first time in the third at 11-11. Coach Wintermode out talking right now with Oldham as the serve coming up here for Whitrock. Serve into the net. He grabbed the lead as Red goes back on Taiwan at 12-11. Siebenecker going to check in. She'll check into the lineup now for Jones. And Siebenecker will head back to serve for the Tigers. Don't forget, I'll have a Brinks Exterior Sports Report recap tonight. Coming up with all the other volleyball. That'll be later tonight. Tipped across that time by Houghton, just one. 2 straight for Red Oak, and they lead it here 13-11. Serve again coming up here for Siebenecker. Serve on the way, played by Simons. Up to Oval, out of the middle, left side for Andy Glenn. Off the top of the net. Number 5 tonight for Glenn. Oval now up to 10 assists. Knights again down by 1 at 13-12. Houghton will go back to serve. Peter, Glenn, Schenkelberg in that front row right now for the Knights. Houghton in the back row. Serve received by Bond, goes backwards. It'll be tracked down by Gray. They'll attack onto the left side, getting the kill. It's going to be Red. They lead now by a score of 14-12. As picking that one up was Jocelyn O'Neill. O'Neill now heads back to the service line. Serve coming up deep left, played by Wittrock. Over to Oval, right side now. Schenkelberg block. 15-12 Red. The Tigers with a 3-point lead. The large lead here in this set was 5 at 9-4. That was before a kill by Wittrock, a kill by Bell, and then a kill by Wittrock. Cut it to 9-7. Simons on the serve, received to Overmall into the middle to Glenn. Free ball to cross. Played by Joint. They'll come left side. Tipped over that time by Gray. Dug by Overmall. Peter tipped across. Ramirez over to Joint. Left side to Boswell down the line. Touch ball played by Simons over to Overmall by Glenn. Knights right now doing a lot of tipping. Boswell tipped across. Played by Simons to Overmall. Over to Peter. Casey Peter. Overmall now up to 11 assists tonight, and the Knights are down 2 here at 15-13. Tiefenthaler and Bell check in. Checking out will be Schenkelberg and Overmall. Knights need a run here, and they need to grab a lead. Served by Tiefenthaler into the net. And it's a 3-point lead here for Red Oak at 16-13. Joint will check in for Boswell for Red Oak. She'll head back to the service line. Serve coming up. It'll be a back right, played by Simons. Up to Tiefenthaler, middle set, and the swing by Bell. Time into the net at 17-13 in favor of Red Oak. Knights haven't dropped many sets this year, especially in this 11-game winning streak. They did lose one to Ridgeview at that tournament on Saturday. Tiefenthaler over to Glenn, tipped across, and Red Oak. Bond played up. Joint had to dig out of the net, unable to do it. And it's now 17-14. And Franny Glenn will head back to serve for Kuemper. Thanks to Nathan Durner back in the studio monitoring this one. He'll also monitor that game coming up later tonight over on KKRL. Bond on the serve receive. And that ball is going to be tipped over. We're going to get a back row attack that time again. Going to go Red. Kuemper trails it here 17-15. Monty Miller calling out the serve. Franny Glenn again will serve it away. They'll go back at Bond. Played up into the air to Joint to Ramirez. Block back up by Bond. Now Joint into the middle. Jenkins has it touched at the net. Simons over to Tiefenthaler, left side. That is good. They track the second ball down out to the Saints. Bond reball across, and now we've got a big ball for the right. Shoot. At 17-16. Lower the net with Franny Glenn to serve. Serve on the way. Played up into the air that time by Siebenecker. They'll go into the middle of the Jenkins. Block by Wood. Pop back up by Red Oak. The attack block. Peter. Our second in the third set. Timeout called by Red Oak. Back Second here on kick 106 points.
One of the best kept secrets in Carroll is JP Flooring. I was looking to replace the floor in a couple rooms at home. It can be super overwhelming with all of the options available. I popped by JP Flooring and was super surprised and impressed with the showroom and selection. I had no idea how extensive their product lines were. They have a designer on staff that helped me narrow down what I was looking for. When you change your floors, it changes the whole character of a room. I used their product visualizer and could literally see in advance what the styles would look like in my room. I totally recommend JP Flooring in Carroll.
My Pepsi beverages, Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. John Blankman with you here today. Nathan Durner back in our studio. Over to my left, flip on YouTube, sir, of this match here tonight. Right now, Kuemper up 2-0, but we're tied at 17-17 in this third set. Franny Glynn serving to give Kuemper their first lead. And the serve played out of the back right that time by Siebenecker. The Knights have their first lead in this third set. At 18-17, Glenn again set to serve it over. Serve down the line, played up that time by Siebenecker to Ramirez. Right side now to Gray. Big swing blocked again by the Knights. And now another big swing off the play. That's going to come up into the net. Tiefenthaler keeps it alive. Now Bell rebounds across. Ball goes to Ramirez. Left side, Gray dug by Simons off the rafters. Played by Tiefenthaler to Peter. Back in the net. Third tie in this third set. Knights had a chance there to extend on the lead. I think Kuemper could have went up maybe 2 points there. Right up, but I had some doubt kind of slip into their minds, but now tying it back up. They've got a shot here. Serve on the way by Gray, played by Roy. Tiefenthaler now to Peter. We're going to get a net violation going to go on Boswell. On Keely Jones. And then I back up here 19-18. They had blocked that time on Peter out of the right, but got into the net to do it. Kaylee Simons will serve it away. Played that time by Gray up to Joint over the left side to Jones. And it'll be popped back up off of the dig. Roy kept it alive and then free ball across by Tiefenthaler. Right side again, Ramirez off of the down. And we're tied again at 19-19. That's our fourth tie. Fifth tie, I should say. No fourth tie here in this set. Nicole Bond heads back to serve. We have had 19 ties in these three sets. That serve going to sail long. And Kuemper maintains the lead here at 20-19. We've had 9 changes between these three sets here. Kuemper hoping not have another one as they're up right one now by 1. Lauren Bell will serve. Played up into the air that time by Gray. Over to Joint. Overpass. Tip down again. Tiefenthaler right there that one. So Tiefenthaler with her first kill. They're up 21-19. Serve again for Bell. Off the top of the net. Played up into the air by Gray. Ramirez goes right side and hitting that one long. Kuemper's a lead 22-19. Timeout going to be called by Red Oak. We'll step back in 30 seconds here on Kick 106.7.
Family owned and operated since 1948, Quant Auto Salvage is the area's best full-service scrap facility. Whether you are looking to sell scrap iron, vehicles, or batteries, or you need to locate that difficult-to-find part for your vehicle, they have what you need. And if it isn't in stock, they can locate it with their nationwide parts database, or you can pull it yourself at their You Pull It. Quant Auto Salvage. They sell the best and recycle the rest on Kitty Hawk Avenue in Carroll.
Coming in Gatorade broadcast distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Lauren Bell set to serve it away for the Knights. And that is so Bell picks up here tonight. And the Knights have extended it to 23-19, 2 points away from getting an impressive sweep against a good Red Oak ball club. Bell goes deep, played up by Gray. Bond out of the back row, sets it over to the left side. That's going to be off of the antenna. Out of bounds off of Neal. Not much she could do. That set took it right into there. It is match point 24-19. Bell to serve away again. The serve played up by Gray to Ramirez, right side Jones to blocked, touched at the net, I should say. Tiefenthaler to Simons. Left side Houghton, touched at the net, played up into the air by Jones. They'll come right side to Ramirez. Played by Simons over to Tiefenthaler, left side Houghton. That'll be popped up into the air. Joint goes left side to Jones, played that time by Roy. Over to by Houghton, back over on the other. Simons to Tiefenthaler. And it by 25-19. We'll start part of our Mackie Motors game show. That coming up for you after a 3 minutes out here on Kick 106.7.
People want and deserve more comfort, efficiency, and reliability, both in their homes and places of work. Dries Company will be there to meet these challenges, whether we are designing a new system or servicing your existing equipment. We are a rapidly growing company that strives to meet and exceed all your expectations. No matter if you are looking to buy new appliances or need the help from one of our certified technicians, we are here for you. We pride ourselves in our installation and service. Dries Company, servicing the Carroll area since 1933.
From footings to framing to finish. For farm, home, or commercial, for more than 90 years, Wall Lake Lumber Company has been proud to help our communities grow. With 4 convenient locations and one of the largest building material inventories in the area, we are sure to be able to fill all your building needs. From project design and estimating to friendly advice, we can't wait to be part of the process for you. Wall Lake Lumber, with locations in Wall Lake, Lakeview, Odebolt, and Carroll. We're not your grandpa's lumberyard.
Oh, hell no! Not again! Has the roof on your home or business been damaged by the recent hailstorm? Does your roof need looked at? Let our hail damage experts at Brinks Exteriors work for you to get you a new roof. Call 712 Roof Pro. We know the last thing you want to do is worry about your biggest investment. Hail happens, but we can fix it. Call Brinks Exteriors now for a free roof inspection. 712 Roof Pro.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business, from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
DePaco Credit Union strengthens your well-being. Build strong communities. Because when our members love life, it makes a brighter community for all. DePaco can help you be well.
Man, could not have done it by myself.
We have Mackie Motors post-game show. Find new roads at Mackie Motors in Lake City. Aubrey Houghton, one of the stars for the company, not just tonight, but this season as well, coming off that great tournament this week. Joining us here as the Knights pick up a hard-fought 3-2 tonight against Red Oak. Aubrey, I think you girls knew it was not going to be easy, and it ended up not being easy here tonight.
Yep.
What do you think stood out for you? Why were you guys able to get that 3-0 sweep?
I think everybody was really confident in swinging, sorry. And just like, we knew that the ball was going to go down very easy, but just keep swinging.
They played the schedule, as you said, so you knew that they were going to come in ready. I thought that service run there at the end by Elsa kind of really jump-started this team, because prior to that, it was kind of back and forth. What do you think prior to that was working for your team?
Well, just serving in general.
Yeah.
I know we worked on that a lot in practice, and Elsa did great today, so I don't know.
What were you guys trying to serve? What areas were you as a team trying to pick on with their serve?
At first, Lonnie had me serving to the libero, and I knew she was kind of struggling a little bit today, so we just kept going to her, I think.
As far as the hitting-wise, I think both teams started to look like they were hitting a lot of down the line, and then it switched over to cross. Talk about how you felt at the net today and how you felt you adjusted to what they were doing defensively.
I thought the cross shot was really working well for me. I love that shot, and yeah, I'm glad they gave me it.
You started to really come on here in about the last week and a half. Not that you hadn't played well prior to that, but I thought you were outstanding Saturday up there at Rockwell City and then again here tonight. What's starting to click for you right now?
Just setter-hitter connection. We worked on that a lot this past week and just overall the season and the summer.
Yeah, 2 different setters for you. Has it been just a little bit of time? Did you get much of a chance to work with them a lot this summer?
Yes. That was like our main focus, I think.
Third set, they come out and they grabbed the lead on you guys. You knew they were going to come out with some energy. What changed that you guys were able to make that run late?
Energy on the bench. We all kind of stood up so we could get some flow going. I feel like we kind of were all sleeping at first. So we always get ahead 2-3 sets and then we tank the other one. So we just got to get out of that funk.
How do you do that? How do you get it where you don't lose maybe that focus?
We just do it. Everybody, especially as us seniors, we need to step up and tell everybody to just focus, especially because this will go into our postseason play too.
Well, I tell you what, great job out here tonight and all season long. Appreciate you joining us. Best of luck coming up later tonight with St. Albert.
Thank you.
You bet. We're going to get Lauren Bell sliding in here as well, as we'll get Lauren on the headsets and as well with the mic. And Lauren, congratulations. Big night at the net for you here tonight. I thought you came out and swung really well, stayed aggressive most of the night. How did you feel at the net?
I felt pretty good, and normally I like to go line, and they were giving me that, so that kind of boosted my confidence a little.
What is it about line that you like? It's something that's been kind of a Kuemper tradition, always have hitters that can go line.
Yeah, I just really like, it's more natural for me to cut that way, and they usually leave it open, so it works pretty well.
Did they get to you? Because I thought as the match went on, how do you feel with the 2 setters right now? Feeling like you're building that pretty comfortable relationship with your 2 setters?
Yes, for sure. I think as a team, we've all started to bond with our setters a lot, and we're starting to feel each other and know where we're going to be set.
I thought they struggled with serve receive at times tonight. What were you guys trying to do with the serve, and what were you trying to do specifically with your serve?
For me, I was getting a lot of seams between the spots, especially 5 and 6. And that usually works pretty well because it gets them to they need to communicate with each other, and then sometimes that miscommunication is where you can get them to be off.
At times I thought your guys' block was really good. I thought in that third set, the block almost is what kind of sparked the run there at the end. How did you feel like you girls were not just getting blocked, but also getting touches here tonight?
We were getting touches well. We definitely adjusted as the coaches told us, take away line, and then we started to work on our timing too, jumping up with them, so we weren't late and catching it on our way down.
A lot of triangulars for this team now this season. You get St. Albert coming up later tonight. What do you do here in between to kind of stay loose, stay focused, and get ready for that next match?
Usually we get something to eat, and then we watch and figure out how we're going to need a block and where our spots are open to hit. And then we go in the locker room and get ready to go.
Well, I tell you what, Lauren, congrats. Another great effort for you here tonight. Great start to the season. Appreciate you joining us.
Yes, thank you.
You bet. Lauren Bell joining us. We're going to get head coach Rusty Wintermote. We'll mark his way over here into the post-game area, and we'll get him on the headsets here as well. And Rusty, I got to kind of lift out the camera a little bit more when you come over compared to the girls.
I should have brought a stool.
One, right? Yes.
I had to be worried about that.
Yes. Congrats. You knew this was not going to be an easy one here tonight. You end up winning it in 3, but as most Kuemper and Red Oak matches are, even if they go 3, there's always some really good sets in there, and Red Oak gave you kind of everything you can handle for really 2.5 sets tonight.
Yeah, and you could tell each game that we played, it was like, okay, we're going to play tight until it gets to 15, and somebody's going to separate themselves. And unfortunately, we were the ones to start separating, except for that last game. But I knew Coach Montgomery team. Yep. They come prepared no matter who's on that side with them, and they will challenge you. And this year they're able to challenge more offensively with the 2 outside hitters they have, and then their middles. We were able to kind of slow down their middles. They didn't go to them as much as I've seen on video. But, we've watched them a couple times on video, on Huddle. I knew they were prepared only because they played a lot of tough competition. Mm-hmm. So they were prepared. They prepared themselves. The Harlan tournament, and I want to say I think they go to Bondurant, but they play a really nice schedule to compete. Win or lose, they prepare themselves for the conference matchup. They're going to give everybody a hard time the rest of this season, and we were just fortunate enough that the kids came out on top of this. But like I told them at the end, I said, I'm loving your composure, because at the beginning of the year we didn't have that composure. Right. We would get runs or 5 or 6 against us, and then we were in trouble. We had to try and fight back. But now we're keeping it within a maximum 3 or 4. But I don't see them sweating. It's like that commercial. Don't let them see you sweat, and they're not sweating right now. And it seems like they're doing a better job. And we've talked about this before, coaching themselves on the floor. There's timeouts. The last 2 timeouts that she used, the girls just discussed what they were going to do. And then we would give them something to think about as well. And it's nice when the girls are there communicating with each other and not just us saying things. We can see things and talk to them as the game goes. But sometimes timeouts, especially if it's not yours, you want to see what kind of mindset they have to go out and let's finish this. Let's go out and do something different. So that was nice for tonight.
I thought your serve a big difference tonight. And then I thought late in that third set, the block became huge for you guys. Not just the block, but getting touches.
Well, unless you missed the first game, we had like 5 service errors. So Elsa was the one that kind of brought us back there, and then even in game 2, she was trouble for them, and it just died on them. But you're right on the block. Once we could start getting tips and some solid blocks, they had to start rolling and tipping, and that's what they talked about on that last time. All right, guys, we got to be prepared for them to tip and roll. And so, the girls worked hard at it in practice, and they're feeling who's beside them, and they're gathering confidence within them. So yes, you're right. Our block and our touches was the big separation tonight versus Red Oak.
St. Albert coming up yet tonight. What do you know about them right now? Coming in right about 500.
Yeah, they are. I think they're 5-4. Unless they played last night, I think they're 5-4. They are a scrappy team who doesn't let the ball hit the floor. So it's kind of like an East Sac who doesn't let it hit the floor unless it's just a kill. So we know we have to come at them aggressively no matter what we do. When we start pushing and rolling, that becomes trouble for us as well. But they have a big 6'4" girl that plays the right side. So we're gonna have to make her move, and we're gonna have to attack away from her. So the setter, their serve receive is very similar to Red Oaks. So I think we're going to try to be real aggressive with our serve on the rotation 1 and 5. We're going to try and be tough on that part of the serve. So look for us to serve strong or serve a little more lasers and not so many short. And then Lonnie will probably change his mind to go short. But look for them to be there. They have shown to be a little bit better at the block than what Red Oak did tonight. So we're going to have to be ready to push a faster ball. So our goal is to push a faster ball, make the big right side hitter, right side blocker, make her have to move more, make her tired, and then just challenge their back row. And so that's kind of our game plan from talking about yesterday and what we believe they'll bring to the table. And they'll, again, another well-coached team. So they're going to be prepared. They got to sit there and watch, so they're going to be prepared for what we do. And again, not a lot of time to develop something, but their kids are smart kids, and they'll find a way to kind of wrap around what we do. So we just have to be assertive the last match.
Well, Coach, congrats on the win here tonight. Best of luck in that matchup with St. Albert.
Well, you know, it's always lucky when you're here, so I appreciate you coming, Mr. Blankman, and thank the radio station for covering us. So.
You bet. Head coach Rusty Minner-Mote again with the Kuemper Knights. They win here tonight over Red Oak by a final of 3-0. We'll step back with more of our Mackey Motors Post Show coming up in 1 minute here on Kick 106.7.
Motor Inn of Carroll is your hometown team for all of your sales, service, parts, and collision needs all season long. From the helpful sales staff to the area's best service department, Motor Inn of Carroll has the expertise that you need to stay on the road and keep that auto investment looking good. From work to play, they have it all. Good luck to all the area teams from Motor Inn of Carroll.
Classes as a freshman here, it gets him more prepared and gets them the transition from high school to college is very nice to have that.
Smaller campus, so it's a lot easier to know where you're going. It's hard to get lost here, and there's always a smiling face to help you if you don't know where you're going.
It's really nice to be able to get college credits to maybe go further degree or just use your auto program to go into the workforce right away.
Talking about Mackey Motors in Lake City. Mackey Motors in Lake City, recipient of the GM Market of Excellence Award for 15 years running. You can find a road to Mackey Motors in Lake City. Check them out online at MackeyMotors.com. Kuemper defeated 25-15, 25-20, and 25-19. Some of our unofficial numbers here tonight. Kills to go with an ace. Casey Peter had 5 kills and an ace. Stephen Toller had a kill, 16 assists and 5 aces. Lauren Bell, 8 kills to go with an ace. Brianna Whitrock had 5 kills. Olivia Schinkelberg also with a kill, and Kaylee Simons with an ace. I don't keep dig stats, or I try to pass those along to you as well. I know Kaylee Simons had quite a few of those here tonight. Time to name our motor player of the game. A Motor Inn of Carroll, your premier Toyota Chevy and Buick dealership for everything from sales, service to parts and collision. Not an easy choice tonight because tonight had so many different players to play extremely well. Kaylee Simons was fantastic in the back row, especially on serve receive. Aubrey Houghton had a big night, leading them with 9 kills. Lauren Bell also finishing up with 8. Tonight was not Elsa Tiefenthaler with her serving tonight, and her ability to move the ball around as the center tonight was the difference for the Kuemper Knights in this 3-0 sweep here tonight. So Elsa Tiefenthaler is our Motor Inn player of the game. Back in the studio, my videographer here tonight, This is John Blankman saying thank you for listening to Kuemper Volleyball here tonight on Kick 106.7. Have a great night, everybody.